first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to say a motherfucking man. I am a motherfucking man.
Like I said, y'all should have bitches. I'm amazed. It's a struggle for some of y'all.
Once you find something that you're into, it comes before everything else. And then even when you deal with a woman who's into you, she has to compete with that thing, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Stand up if you believe in fear. Stand up right now. Everybody stand the fuck up.
You know, I say bitch a lot and nigga a lot, but, you know, it's with good intention and a lot of love in it and whatnot.
If I'm feeling insecure, is this really me, or did somebody teach me how to feel this way?
I am a motherfucking man.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
What's poppin'?
Yeah. Oh wait, let me see. We got people in the chat.
Shout out to the people in the chat, man.
Okay, we got a few people in the chat, guys. This is just a little quick joint. Like, we ain't gonna be here too long. We might take a couple calls depending on how quickly we get through the video. But the reason why I wanted to do this real quick is because I think it is a good example of why motherfuckers need to get on the Bad Boy membership.
That's a fact.
I'm wearing the
Real shit. That's a fact.
Because all you guys love to, you call in and you hey, so what do you mean have a program, and how do you design a program, and what's a program, and I don't know what a program, and how do I get a woman on my program? Listen, the program you need to get on is the Bad Boy fucking membership.
That's real shit.
You understand? Because that will teach you how to move out here in the dating game. Because this video that we're about to watch right now is about how women use sex to get men locked into marrying them, and then once they get married, they stop fucking a nigga.
Right. Real talk. Real talk.
You understand? And in the Bad Boy membership, we talk about the vetting process, and we talk about how every woman needs to start off as a fuck buddy for a reason. Okay, and Lucario, I want you to really go in and explain to these niggas in the reference of why they need to see the information on the Bad Boy membership. Because I ain't just doing this. I'm not just doing this just to give y'all information. I'm doing this to let y'all know the information is here for y'all.
Right, that's a fact. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to April MC, my lady April MC in the building. Shout out to K Zach in the building, Corey in the building. Who else we got up in here? King, Eduardo, King Ken, Tom Brady, Gabrielle, Just My Opinion Reviews in the building, AJ Lino in the building, Steve O Baby, Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Taku, what's going on?
Yo,
shout out to everybody.
What's the name? Is he got experience with marriage, right?
Who?
K-Zag.
Oh yeah, K-Zag been married. Yeah.
K-Zag and been married. Fuck, where's the fucking email? Well, I gotta look at my sent folder. Right. So the sent folder. Yo, K-Zag, I'm about to send you the link, man. If you want to come through, because you were a married kind of guy. What's his name?
Trying to find K-Zag to send him the link.
His email. Yeah. Hey, Zag, text me your email real quick. If you still in the building, text me an email and I'll send you the link in the email real quick. Just
But while you're looking for that, I want you guys to understand, man. So, this video we're about to show you is going to show you how women try to manipulate y'all motherfuckers to get y'all into long-term relationships and marriages and shit like that. And why it's important when it comes to the vetting process is why we tell y'all the first 3 months should be just fucking. You understand? It should just be a fuck buddy type of situation at that point, because you need to see if a woman is sexually attracted to you. The problem is a lot of you guys out there, what you do is you'll get with women who aren't really sexually attracted to you. Get with women who are going to string you along. They say, oh, you got to take me out on 3-4 dates. You got to get to know me. We got to take it slow. All of that shit is to reel you in, get you invested so that you can start to like them, want to wife them up, want to, have this woman as your girl and all this other stuff. Then you get into the marriage and then you wondering, why haven't we had sex in like 2 months?
Right.
How come, we're not having sex anymore and all this other shit. And that's because the woman has manipulated the guy to be on some, on some bullshit. So we want to, show you guys what's going on with that.
Exactly. And I'm gonna put the play speed just a little bit faster, just for time's sake. All right, guys, so here we go. And this is Melanie King. Shout out to Melanie King. Or as I like to refer to her, the Michael Jackson lookalike. No offense. I'm just saying, you know what it is. No real offense. It's just YouTube shit, entertainment shit. But I'm using her video, so shout out to her, respect to her. This is her channel, Melanie King. So go check her out, go subscribe. And she's reacting to a video from this lady called the Happy Wife School. So this lady, she's like, I think she's a divorced lady, but she learned her lesson and she's like trying to teach women how to keep their marriages together, whatever the fuck. Right. But here we go.
The secret we never wanted revealed as women is that as women, we have a switch, like a light switch with sex, and it is either off or it is on. And we all know we have this switch, and that we have the capacity and the choice to turn it on and off when we want to.
And Lucario, if you want me to stop it, just let me know and I'll stop.
Stop it. Stop
women,
it.
when we were
all right.
Single, we have the switch on for bad boys, and as women, when we were single, we had the switch on for bad boys, and we had the switch off for good men. Until
pause it right there. Pause it right
we
there.
were ready to settle down.
Already, she's spitting fire. Already. So she said they have to switch on for bad boys, which is why I should get on a bad boy membership.
Thanks.
And they have to switch off for good guys. And the reason why is because, guys, they're sexually attracted to the bad boys. They want to hook up with those guys. And the nice guy, and understand this is all men's fault. I just want you guys to, off top, it's men's fault. Because all you guys who say I want a chick with a low body count to wife up, this is what happens. Because if you want a low body count chick to wife up, what do you think the girl's gonna do when you good guys come around and want to fuck? She's gonna say, no, I'm not that type of girl, which is what she's gonna do, and she's gonna basically play that role. So that's y'all fault.
Facts.
And get married and start a family. And so good men can know if you struggled to get women when you were younger and before you were married, or if you're watching and you're single, this will shed some light for you too. If you didn't have a lot of women until you met your wife, it's because she had her switch off. And then when she was ready to settle down, she turned it on, and she used the on switch with sex to trap you to get what she wanted, which was to get married.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Yo, she's exposing these bitches.
Yo, but see, that's the real shit though, is that you guys got to understand, man, is that women will do this to secure the commitment. You understand? So she'll turn it on at the point where she wants to trap you with sex. Remember, if she withholds sex, then you want sex bad. Now that she's finally giving it to you, you get hooked, and you get, because think about it this way: if you have a hard time getting women, and this woman is finally giving you some ass, then you're gonna say, "Fuck it, it's cheaper to keep her. I might as well wife this girl up." And she's a good girl too, because she didn't fuck me on the first date like these sluts. You feel me?
And that's all your fucking, that's all your bullshit thinking. That's all your, because a lot of you niggas think that women are good, that some women are good, some women are bad.
Right.
Look, these hoes out here just trying to survive, bruh. They're just trying to survive. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they gotta do at any given time, so they could get exactly what they want at any given time. Women don't have no identity. Matter of fact, it's crazy how I came up with the masculine identity, but that's the only identity.
Right.
That's probably a whole other conversation. Actually, let me not get too deep and confuse y'all niggas. All right, we got K-Zagging in the building.
K-Zagging in the building.
In the building. What's going on, man? Real quick, you got anything to say about this?
Well, I heard her say something about pretending or telling guys that the woman acting like she ain't been sexually experienced, something like that.
She's saying they turn it off. Their sexuality for the good guys, but they turn it on for the bad boys. So they fuck the bad boys, but let the good guys wait.
Bro, damn! I wish I had this because I got this little joint from Facebook, just a post where a woman says that she has sex with her side dude weekly, damn near on a daily basis, but her boyfriend, she has sex like once every few weeks because she wants him to view her in an angelic type of way.
See? That's y'all fault. I told y'all it's y'all fault with all this body count shit. That's gonna bite y'all in the ass. Watch.
I'm telling you. All right. So
when we're ready to get married, our biological clock is ticking. We get a good man, and we enjoy sex. We want to have plenty of sex, and then we get what we want. We get married, and the sex stops.
Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie, and I'm back again with another commentary on Happy Wife School. I spoke on this before. This is intuitive to me, just like seeing how women behave, and that they, sex is just given away. Like I honestly, I say this all the time, that modern dating, that the Western woman is now basically a lady of the night for Chad and Tyrone, and I've yet to be proved.
AKA Bad Boys, badboymembership.com. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Incorrect about this. When women are finally wanting the nice guy, the good guy, and you're getting sex from her, it is because she's hit the wall, her clock, or she's approaching the wall.
And by the way, these chicks just love regurgitating like red pill talking points.
Just be prepared for that.
So don't really. This part of it is like whatever. You get what I'm saying? But yeah,
she's ready to settle down. Her feelings have been hurt by Chad and Tyrone too much. She's tired of getting ran through. But make no mistake, that is just a bait and switch. And this is why a lot of men see sex diminish in their marriage. Now, it's not always the case. I will say that it's not always the case that she was super promiscuous and that you were just, the Mr. Nice Guy to come clean it up. That's not always the case, because there's even some guys who are like Chads or Tyrones or bad boys who have gotten married. I've done counseling sessions with them that they actually got married and then the woman switches on them. I think overall, women they think sex is just to get a man. It's for when they want to have fun when they're single. But now that you have him, well, he doesn't need that anymore. He loves me. And women trade those two out. But anyway, let's continue with this.
Wait. Pause her for a second, real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
So she's talking, but she's misconstruing shit. She's still sort of pandering to the red pill nigga that doesn't know no better.
Of course.
Because she's like, oh well, she's kind of. She after she gets married, then she doesn't really want to do this, or she's hitting the wall and all. Listen, all it is this. When the chick is not your girl, or she's not your wife or whatever, right? And you're that good guy type of motherfucker, she's not sexually attracted to you. So it's not that, she gets the marriage happens and then, the sex just stops because she's been fucking so much and she's tired or whatever it is. No, she was never sexually attracted to the guy who is her husband.
Ever.
She was never sexually attracted to him. Now, the guy that she's fucking, she's been sexually attracted to that guy, but she can't pin him down. That guy is all fucking other women.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear me right? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say this, because she is misconstruing shit, and Miles, you're right. Everything she's saying is exactly what these goofy red pill niggas talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, Elle, she's pandering. And let me say this to you goofy guys listening to this shit. And I'm not calling y'all goofy unless you subscribe to the bullshit.
Mm.
What typically happens, like Elle said, women always want the guy that they are most sexually attracted to first. Period.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Period. If you ask any woman, women prefer to be in a relationship with a guy that they are a combination of physically and sexually attracted to, and he's actually a man, and all that other bullshit is a bonus. To Lucario's point, what happens is, once women do get to a point where they're like, damn, I do want a family, I do want to have, children and all that, the guy that's hitting the bottom, that's the guy she wants, but that guy, he's dealing with other women. So what happens is, one of you guys come along, you motherfuckers that acquiesce to women, you ask them where they want to go out to eat, then you take them out, and then you wait a month to fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because she's making you wait. Okay. On paper, you're the good guy. You're the God-fearing man. You make great money. Okay, you believe in being a provider no matter what. When she get with you, on paper, you're the great guy. You're the dutiful husband and a loving father. Of course, you're gonna have your kids and stop fucking you and continue fucking the bad boys on the side.
Exactly.
Real shit. And guys, we're gonna let these women talk, but we're gonna get into the actual, the solution. What needs to be done. All right. So let's keep going.
Important, and like I said, it becomes infrequent, and all of a sudden, the amount of sex you were having before you got married begins to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle, because it was a trap. It was a trap to get what we wanted. My mentor.
Let me just say this really quickly. Now, I
just want to say also, why are guys really getting consultations from?
That's what I don't know. Well, they don't want to, you know what? Let's not say niggas because we're hating.
Yeah, because I don't want to act like, because get your money, get your money, boo boo. But really, nigga, I'm not even mad at her. If you can market yourself enough for these niggas to set up consultations with you, I applaud that sincerely. Right. But if I'm talking directly to the nigga, what are you doing? But anyway.
I do not believe women consciously know this. I don't believe women operate on a high enough state of consciousness or even their IQ level, so the average woman cannot even work this out. It's like they're on auto behavior, and they've been programmed by Western society, by feminism, by the sexual liberation that this is okay. This isn't how women are naturally are.
And this is a part that I really want to, again, we're going to really get into. After we finish reviewing the video, I want to get into it because, guys, I've said this once or twice before. many times actually. But as men, it is up to us to create the culture of our relationships. So all of this conditioning by the Western culture, that's what we're here to combat. That's why the man is the leader. But we're going to get into it more.
It's not who a feminine woman is in her true natural state, untouched, unscathed, unpoisoned by feminism behaves.
Wait,
But
stop her for a second again. This, you see, she's trying to make it to where she's saying, oh, it's natural for women to be this feminine woman who never has sex and who's, not promiscuous and who never likes to fuck, and the Western society is influenced. No, again, that's the red pill talking points to get those guys to feel comfortable.
Exactly.
It's a woman's natural energy to want to fuck the guy she's sexually attracted to. Yep. And then when she wants to settle down, she has to find a guy that is the type of guy that's going to be consistent on her program. It's that simple. Mm-hmm. And women know they're doing this consciously. It's not some subconscious shit. They don't know what's going on.
Let me say this about,
go ahead.
Let me say this about feminism. All women, to one degree or another, subscribe to feminism in some capacity. That's what I mean by that. I don't know no woman that doesn't want equal rights for women. The problem is you have fanatical feminist chicks who think they are equal to men in every aspect, or they just flat out hate men and they think women are superior. But every woman wants women to be treated equal, specifically in the workplace. So every woman subscribes to feminism to a degree.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to bring attention to the sign here that says, "Women are the source of your unhappiness." Y'all see this shit right here?
Yo, this lady, this lady,
I ain't never noticed that shit.
It's kind of small on the screen, but I can see it better because I'm looking at the main joint. But yeah, women are the source of your unhappiness. That's crazy. But anyway, let's go.
Has become the Western woman. This is what's become her programming. So are there some women who do it consciously? Yes, there could be, but I think it's unconscious. And this is how narcissistic it shows. I keep saying the modern Western woman is narcissistic. I don't know if she's going to be NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, diagnosed, but the narcissism is like, she doesn't even think of reason why she's not conscious of. She doesn't even think what's best for the man or what the man could want or how can I develop this relationship. It's a means to an end. It's whatever it takes to get what she wants. So there is a level of consciousness, but not to the degree that the modern Western woman is just not that smart, guys. They just aren't, in my opinion.
Shared with me what he calls the penny analogy. That if you put a penny in a jar for every time you had sex before you got married, and then you took a penny after you got married, you took a penny out for every time you have sex once you're married, you would never empty the jar. And that's the sad reality of sex with your wife, is that she used sex to get married. And once she trapped you, there was no reason for sex anymore. The sad fact is that...
Sorry, not just to trap you, but the other reason for sex is when she wants to try for children, when she wants to have a baby. Then you're going to see that sex drive go up. But again, it's an end to what she wants, what she can get out of it. And then she kills her sex drive.
Keep that in mind, fellas. Lucario said this shit the other day. Mm-hmm. If a woman does something on her own account, it doesn't fucking count. Mm-hmm. It only counts if you tell her to fucking do it.
Yeah, and the funny part is, she's saying all this, she's not conscious of this, she's doing it, and her sex drive is different, and even this lady, she's saying like, if you have sex and then you get married and then you get married, you're not gonna have sex. See, the reason why the shit is so abrupt or seems so abrupt is, like we said earlier, the woman was never sexually attracted to you in the first place. This is why I tell you guys, when you go out and talk to these women and they say, let's wait. When a woman says, I want to wait to fuck, that's a red flag. When a woman says, oh, let's go on more dates and get to know each other, that's a red flag. When you tell a woman, hey, let's do this, and she says, no, I would rather do this, that's a red flag. And if it's not 100% cooperation, she's not really fucking with you.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Great. Let me add just real quick, because certain guys are going to be like, well, what if she, is a virtuous good girl and she's religious? Right. That don't even matter either, because when a woman is sexually attracted to you enough, many women will come off that bullshit when you're that guy and they don't want to lose the prospect of being able to be with you. So don't even go for that shit either.
Bro, I'm not even a nigga with an extensive body count, and I've had women break every fucking rule for me, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking rule, bro. And I'm sure y'all had that shit too. Bitches will say some shit like, shit, you know, when it's over, I'm done. I don't even look. It ain't it. Bitch, right back at the door, knocking at the fucking door, like,
bro.
You know, but bitch, I didn't think I was gonna see you again. Didn't you have a rule about this?
Right.
No, Daddy, I miss you. I'm my bad. I'm sorry. I miss you, Daddy. I just.
Oh, Miles, I had a chick. She told me she was a virgin, right? No, number one, I don't believe none of that shit, right? But she told me she was a virgin, and I never took her out on a date. Within 2 weeks of meeting her, I had her in the bed, and she didn't lie. She told the truth. But 2 weeks, I didn't take her out on no dates. I didn't spend no time on the phone with her. As soon as we started talking, I was like, "Oh, so you're a virgin? So you looking for someone to tap that, ain't you?" And then we're talking about sex right away.
Nigga, has your dick ever been inside a bitch and she's still saying, "I told you we're not gonna have sex tonight"?
You know what it is? She hiking up her pelvic to it. Like,
yeah, she like, "I told you not gonna." Bro. Okay. Let's get to the video. Let's get it.
This is why you see the market for toys for women exploding, and why a lot of women are actually addicted or use porn and toys to pleasure themselves.
That's not why. That's not why. It's she not fucking with the nigga she ended up marrying.
Right.
That's all it is. She was, like you said, Lucario, she was never sexually attracted to that nigga.
Right. That's why you got to vet.
Rather than be intimate with their husband. There's a reason why the toy industry is a $1 billion market. It's not because it's all these toys for men. And we're going to see that the robots explode, you know, to get rid of these worthless Western women who have friend zoned their husband.
Yo, these bitches.
Shout out to Melanie King. Fuck that. Yo, Melanie King is doing her job. She is doing her job well.
Yo,
oh my God, she's doing her job.
Throw other bitches under the bus quickly to get that bread. You hear me?
And that's all it is. It's a business decision. That's all it is.
It's a business. Yo,
it's like these worthless Western women. She's speaking their language, man.
Yo,
oh my God.
Yo, these bitches is like Cat Williams throwing other comedians under the bus. Like, it's bad. These worthless Western women. Oh my God. Women are the source of all your unhappiness. Oh my Lord. All right, let's go.
Husbands into sexless marriages, but right now this is where they're seeing the majority of women. It's about self-pleasure, self-indulgence. It's about that, and they have the nerve to be mad at their husband because he's watching porn. Meanwhile, she could care less about his sexual needs and want him to just suffer in silence because he loves her. Get out of here.
Good man, or after a woman marries a good man, all he's good for is being a sperm donor and for financial security and all the facade of being into you, of being passionate about you, of loving you, and can't wait to get together to be with you. That facade drops because we got what we wanted. And for most of us as women, when we become disinterested in sex and we stop having sex, we will hold on enough to string you along. So that's where we'll have sex once a month or twice a month, and we'll string you along for that financial security and or for.
Let me just say, if even that, there's a lot of men who have gone months and months and even years. I have stories of men, you know, telling me they've got one man over 2 decades without any sex with his wife. Now, granted, they're older now, but it started with, you know, the slowdown, and then once he's completely trapped after years of marriage, and it's, you know, it's a slow burn of castration for married men, and they learn to just
pause for a second. But go ahead, Zach.
So they're being disingenuous because what they're not saying is the women, if a woman has a healthy sexual appetite or a healthy sex drive, she don't stop fucking. She just stop fucking you. And they're not saying that. They're not telling the truth, because if they told the truth, they would have to tell the guys, hey, it's kind of your fault for not noticing that the woman was never sexually attracted to you. And they don't want to put the onus or accountability on the man. That's why they're being disingenuous.
See, also the chick, I don't know her name, the white lady, whatever. She told on herself a little bit, sort of contradicting what Melanie's saying, because Melanie's like, oh, these women, they're very subconscious, they don't know what they're doing, and some, you know, and then this is what ladies say. Listen, these women tell you how much they love you and want to be with you, and they're all up on you, and then all of a sudden they just stop because they just want to do for financial reasons. And on top of that, check this out. Think about this, right? Why do you think and this goes with even what Melly was saying about how dudes is going months, years without sex. What type of guy would stay with a woman who is not having sex with him for months? You see what I'm saying? What type of guy would do that? And on top of that, what type of guy needs to hear a woman say how much she wants him and how much she wants him and likes him and all? It all goes to the same type of guy, the guy who's needy, clingy, insecure, and needs validation.
Facts.
So these women know what type of guy to do that to. So if you're that quote unquote good guy who has weak ass game, you're the guy they're going to do that to. If you're the guy who's complaining about body counts, you're the type of guy they're going to do that to. You see what I'm saying? That they know they're doing this. Listen, think about this. Both of these women is probably in their 40s at least, right? You trying to tell me they've been getting dudes throwing dick at them since what? Probably 16, 17, 18. So you trying to tell me over a few decades they don't know what they're doing?
Right.
They've been they've been experienced every type of guy. They know the guys who are the bad boys, the alpha male attractive dudes, and they know the guys who are the goofies, the motherfuckers that don't know what they're doing. They know what it is.
Can I ask something right quick? Okay, let me just say this, and this is why when women try to give advice to men, this is why you can't listen to them. And I'm gonna tell you another reason why they can't really tell the truth. Because if they told guys, hey guys, when women want to go out to eat, when women want you to acquiesce to them and do the shit they want to do, this is what typically happens. Because they know, especially her, Melanie, she knows if she starts telling the truth about that, that would die up. I mean, that would drop her dating prospects because guys would just stop dating altogether if they told the truth.
Right. That's a fact.
Telling you. All right, let's go. Let me go back. Hold on. Right here. Bam.
Because a lot of these men, they're not divorcing or they're being loyal to their wives because these are good men. These are strong men. These are men who believe in their vows for better or for worse. These are men who are loyal. They're going to stand by their women for, through the good and the bad, even though they say men are disloyal, men cheat, men are this way and men are that way. I see men are loyal to a fault. Men will die on a hill for what they believe in, and to stick to their word and to stay with what they said. Especially men of character and honor and integrity. And the majority of men are that way. No matter what you're hearing, that is what I've seen. Just look at how loyal men are to their sports teams. Women will jump from team to team like, I'm that way. So they would jump who's the best lately. But men will pick a team when they're young and just die on that hill. And I can never understand. I'm like, why don't you just switch teams? They're not good anymore. They haven't been good in 30 years. Please just switch and then you could be happy. But they will stay in frustration trying to fix it. Because what men solve the problem. A lot of times they will get stuck in something. Are there some men who step outside of their marriage?
Shout out to Steve.
Yes. I actually don't fault them. I don't blame them. The wife left the marriage first. Just because it's not legal or it's not on paper. This woman is not fulfilled her duty as a wife. And it is akin to abandoning the marriage and abandoning that man. So it is what it is, sis. You can't get mad.
Having children. And that was sadly my experience, that when my husband and I met, sex was great. I had plenty of it. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. We had fun together. And then once I knew I had him, the switch turned off. I put walls up.
Guys, pay attention to that part right there. Once she knew she had him, once she knew she was in control, once she knew she was leading the relationship, bottom line, what is she saying? Once you let a bitch know that she's in the lead, your relationship is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking over from that point on. Mm-hmm. Because there's nothing. Look, we're not here to hate on females. But the truth of the matter is, as men, we come first. I say this shit all the time. The only way men and women could be equal is if they can impregnate us. But we know that's not how it goes. Right. We know that the force of life starts with us, goes into them, and then gets carried out through them, and we protect them to carry the birth and the life through fruition. That's how it works. You understand? So if a woman, she said, once I knew I had him,
right?
Oh my God, like that's the beginning of the end. Let's hear that part again.
It's that when my husband and I met, sex was great. I had plenty of it. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. We had fun together. And then once I knew I had him, the switch turned off. I put walls up. I didn't want to get undressed around him anymore.
Yeah.
She's being disingenuous again. Okay, and let me explain what I mean. for all you guys, right? Because a lot of guys be like, see, that's why I ain't getting married. It doesn't matter if you get married or if you're in a long-term relationship. The title of the situation has nothing to do with what she's talking about. Gentlemen, one of two things typically happen with your situation. Either you chose the wrong woman to begin with, or you had the right chick, but you fucked it up. Now, she could be talking about that because she said, oh, I enjoy the sex. So what dynamic change in a relationship to cause the motherfucking switch to flip? It's because, like she said, once I knew I had him, once I lost respect for him, I was no longer attracted to him.
Right there. That's it right there. Exactly. Once she lost respect for the nigga. Because, when a woman, that's why a woman ain't got to love you to fuck you. Like, matter of fact, on some real shit, the only thing you ever even need from a woman is respect.
Right.
That's all you ever really need from a woman. Fuck love, admiration, all that other shit. Because if she don't respect you, there is no fucking foundation for a relationship for anything else. If she don't fucking respect you, all is lost, guys. But let's go.
Anymore. If he came in and he was great, I had plenty of it. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. We had fun together. And then once I knew I had him, the switch turned off. I put walls up. I didn't want to get undressed around him anymore. If he came in and he tried to hug me, I would jerk away. And I had all kinds of stories built up about why I was doing this. I denied to myself the real reasons why, which is what most of us as women do.
All right. Right there. You see? And guys, I said this on the live the other day. Sex is always happening, whether you know it or not. So right now she's talking about if her husband came in to hug her, she would pull away. If he wanted to have sex, she would come up with the reasons or excuses to not have sex with him. Why? Because as Kay Zagan said, she started losing respect for him for whatever reason. And we probably could delve deeper into their relationship to figure out what really happened. But check this out. It's the same exact thing when you say, hey, let's meet up this Friday. And then she flakes, or she comes up with some reason why she can't meet you, or she comes up with some reason where you say, let's do ABC. And she's like, well, nah, let's do D, E, and F. If a woman is doing anything other than what you said, you got to walk away, guys.
Exactly.
You got to walk away. Leave her the fuck alone. Because a woman's agenda. Look, they say it right here. Women are the source of your unhappiness. So if the woman's agenda is in the lead, you're in trouble. If a woman's agenda is in the lead, you're in trouble because, listen, let me tell you why a woman is never happy. A woman is never happy when she's following the desires of her own making. Because a woman's, whatever it takes to make a woman happy is already delusional. Therefore, she can never actually be happy. Let me tell you when a woman is happy and satisfied. When the man that she loves to follow is happy and satisfied.
Right.
You understand? When a woman understands the man that she's with and she understands and trusts his leadership and that man is happy, that woman is happy.
Right.
Because she's following his lead. So whatever he's focused on, she's focused on. Whatever makes him happy, if that's happening and he's happy, then she's happy. As long as whatever the man is doing, the woman who follows his lead will mirror that nigga.
Right.
The only women in this life who are ever happy are the women of happy men. Always remember that shit. Let's go.
And there was nothing he was going to be able to do to turn that switch back on. And I didn't withdraw it or withhold it completely, but we would have it maybe every other week. And women listening who are open-minded and want to know these things for yourself, you'll know that we have this mental calendar where it's like, okay, I had it. And then we are like, okay, that'll probably buy me a week or two. And then that time starts running out and we start building this anxiety of when.
Imagine your bitch got anxiety to fuck, bro. And you supposed to be married to her.
And that's when you guys got to cut that shit off. You understand what I'm saying? That's when y'all got to cut that shit off. Because the thing is, man, see, women are passive aggressive. You understand? Or they're passive. You know, it's only once in a blue where you have a woman who's more direct and will let you know what the deal is. But what happens is when a woman is doing this, right? Like she said, oh, I'm buying myself another week. Because, see, she wants the non-sexual energy, which is, oh, he's there consistently. He's paying bills. He's, giving me all this non-sexual attention that, is kind of difficult for me to get from other men. Like he cares about me, he loves me, right? So she likes all those things, but she's not really sexually attractive. So what happens is it's like this. Think about, okay, guys, think about if you guys like smashed a chick that you thought was like ugly or whatever. You weren't really that attractive. So maybe you know what they call it, like it'd be like 2-3 o'clock in the morning and the club about to shut down. So you take like anything. So like imagine that chick and you married her. Do you see what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, shit, I want to fuck this woman because you're not really sexually attracted to her like that. Right. So that's the same thing with these women. They're marrying guys or being with guys they're not sexually attracted to. That's what happens.
Facts.
Crazy.
All right, let's go.
We're going to need to engage with sex again to give just enough to make it seem okay and just enough to keep getting what we want. But by that point, our switch is off and the switch.
All right, guys. And another thing, you see that she says she has anxiety and she's giving just enough sex to keep things going.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing we tell you in the beginning. So when the chick tells you got to wait till the 4th or 5th date, that's what she's already starting off the relationship like that. She's already rationing the pussy because she's already realized she's in the lead and you're not taking a stand. You're not putting your foot down. You're not saying to her, listen, by the next date, if we ain't fucking, you can lose my number, bitch.
Exactly right.
You say some shit like that, bro, you're done.
Let me.
Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
Let me just say this real quick, and I firmly believe this. And women, y'all can disagree with this all you want. I really believe a woman stalling the niggas out for sex is a manipulation tactic.
Oh, of course.
And what it is they're leveraging what they think you value, so they can get everything that they value up out of you.
Right
now, what happens is once they and the only reason they're giving you the sex is because they know at some point they got to suck a dick. They got to do something at some point to continue to get the other shit that they want. And to her point, once they get everything that you want, this is why for all you guys that hear about like athletes, when they retire, their wives end up leaving them because they want it to be the wife of a ball player.
Right.
Once she retires, she no longer has that distinction. Or once the kids grow up, or once they have your kids, this is why a lot of times these ball players end up having these young kids and the girls end up leaving them because all they wanted was a retirement plan. As a man, and this is what they're not talking about, the accountability on a man to make sure he's choosing right. This is why Elle and Miles talk about the vetting process.
Right, real talk.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
Never goes back on, and we let our stories and our games begin of why we don't want to have sex anymore. And the sad part is that a good man falls for all those stories and all those excuses.
No, she said a good man, meaning a simp, a dumb nigga.
Falls for the stories.
A nice guy.
Right.
And of why we don't want to have sex anymore. And the sad part is that a good man falls for all those stories and all those excuses of why we don't want to have sex anymore. And I had a myriad of them. And it's fascinating how those stories begin, where in the beginning, we're having fun. We enjoy it. It's not an issue in the beginning of the relationship. And then all of a sudden it's my past with men before I met you, or it was my relationship with my dad, or I have really low self-esteem and I don't really know what I like and just.
Oh, so this is how they came up with the body count pair bonding. They've been listening to bitches.
Right. No. The chicks used it against them. Like you see, that's what I'm saying. She's using their own bullshit against them. That's how they work. See, and you know what? This is the funny part, because this is what I love what she just said. She said they fall for the stories, which means there's actually nothing complicated about this shit. It's she just don't want to fuck with you. It's either she want to fuck with you or she don't want to fuck with you. So this is why we keep trying to tell y'all motherfuckers, all of this extra, but maybe she not a thought, or maybe she's not this way, or maybe this and maybe that. Is real simple. Either she wants to fuck you or she don't. That's it. All of this other extra shit they add on it is a bunch of bullshit.
Facts.
Well, what it is they're trying to logically explain why shit happens the way it happens, because they know guys are always trying to explain shit with logic. And as I always say, sexual attraction is not logical. It's devoid of logic. So you cannot explain logically, like you said, Elle, They're trying to add all this extra shit. And it's like you said, it's simple. Either she's sexually attracted to you or she's not. It's that simple.
Right. Real talk.
All right.
All these stories start coming up out of nowhere. And the sad part is because good men want to believe their wives, they see the good in us, is then they fall for these stories. Or the story of, well, I've changed and I need you to meet me in a different place now. I need you to start doing this technique or that technique, or can we read this book together? I've changed and I need it to look, sex to look different now. And good men will fall for that. That's where I went. And I've shared a little bit about that in the last couple of videos where I had my husband reading all these books with me. We went to couples counseling and
yo, when your bitch dragged you to couples counseling, it's over. Trust me. I know from experience.
That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit, because the thing is, this is what I'm saying. It's always some other, oh, well, you know, I just feel uncomfortable because, you know, the house is kind of messy. And if you would just take out the garbage and, you know, maybe if you were more romantic, maybe if we went out on more dates and recalibrated our love for each other, then I'm telling you, it's all bullshit. This is why I tell you guys, man, this is why we say, listen, when you first dealing with these women, they know if they want to fuck you or not. Right. So all of the excuses of, because everything she's just saying, just add on the beginning excuses. I got to get to know you. I'm not that type of girl. You know, I'm not a thought. I'm not a slut. Or, you know, I got to get more comfortable around you. All of this, that's the same thing she's talking about, but later on in a relationship, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Another thing that we talk about is what happens in the very beginning of the interaction. It sets the precedent for what's going to come later. It's literally everything is set in the beginning, which is why you guys, you have to set the tone and dictate it for how you want it to go. Never deviate, never make concessions, never make accommodations, and don't compromise for these women.
How you start is how you finish. Facts.
Real talk.
I made it this giant ordeal in our relationship, and it was really confusing to him. And he would try to do all the things because he's a good man, and that's what you do. I'll tell you what to do. I'll do it. So he tried to do the different things that I said that I needed. And you'll see women in comments of some of these videos from other men telling men, here's what you need to do to get your wife to re-engage with sex, and you know, turn your game back on, and you gotta, and all these things. And women will comment on the videos like, yes, I wish my husband knew this. But the truth is, and we all know it, ladies, is that if they do those things, it still doesn't make us happy, and we're still pointing the finger, and you're not doing it right. And well, I didn't mean it like that. And well, no, maybe that's not what I want.
As I will actually say, I think the heart of it is going to be familiarity breeds contempt. And this is why I say men are across the board more honorable, loyal, and better than women. And especially you see this in marriage.
Yo, shout out to Melanie King. Yo, Melanie King is gassing y'all heads up, yo.
But
she is virtually sucking your dick, bro. Like, this is crazy.
I'll say something real quick. I'll say something.
Yeah.
Look, a lot of y'all ain't shit. I'm saying a lot of y'all ain't shit. All you parabonding niggas, body count niggas, y'all ain't shit. You red pill niggas, y'all ain't shit. She lying to you. But go ahead.
She just has him running in circles to please her. Golden retriever husband, friend zoning him, and he's trying desperately to be desired. Do you know how humiliating that is?
That's facts.
Do you know how, if it happened to you as a woman and your husband was like, well, can you like dress like this porn star or this Instagram model or this OF chick, or could you hide your stomach when we do this? Could you do these tricks? Like, I'm just not feeling it. I just don't, women before, they just did something better for me. Or, I just feel, if they came up with that, women would be devastated. And they would get, if a woman came out publicly that her husband was saying all that to her, that man would be crucified publicly. Every woman would shame him. Even some men, pastors and counselors, everyone would come against that man. But when it's a woman, it's just accepted that this is what happens. It's so widespread. It's so normalized. It's so normal in marriage now for a woman to treat her husband this way. There's no problem with it. It's supposed to be a natural occurrence. And women wonder why men do not want to get married. Blame married women who have their husbands friend zoned and trapped in a sexless marriage. Men are talking to each other. Men see what's happening to their friends, their family members, or their own experience, and they realize, I'm not doing it. I will not get trapped in something like that. You wonder where all the good men gone. The good men are right there. They just do not want to be around. They just don't want these worthless Western women who are so narcissistic and selfish. They don't care how they hurt a man. He should just be able to take it. Do you know most men don't get compliments? They don't get sex. They don't get validation from anyone.
Yo.
And then when they actually get married, it's expected they're going to get it from their wife, but then even then they're not giving it. And they wonder why their husband's angry or frustrated. He's not motivated to do anything in the house or spend time with you or take you on a date. Why? Because he knows it's all going to lead to nothing. He wants sex, but you refuse to give it to him. And we haven't even gotten into women who just don't take care of themselves. They gain weight. They don't care, what their looks are. They will go out their way to look good, dress up, treat with respect men in the street that they will not give their husband at home. And then women wonder why things are falling apart. And every woman, including myself, I am a married woman. My husband, I have to 100% take accountability. I need women like this to keep me accountable as a woman. This is where we used to have.
Can you pause it?
Yeah.
The fact that she said, I need women like this to keep me accountable as a woman shows that her husband has no influence.
That's crazy. This is hilarious.
Yeah,
she's just, she's really like what the young kids say, glazing. She's glazing these dudes, bro. She's like, she is Derek Jackson for niggas. I'm telling you, man. She's really on it, man.
She's the black version of Pearl.
Right.
that was actually a selling point when she said, I need these women to keep me accountable, because now when guys listen to her, I'm gonna keep listening to her, because much like the white lady is holding her accountable, she's holding all these other women accountable on behalf of us men. Go, Melanie, go. I support you.
Exactly. Right. I'm telling you.
And she's a dime too.
Right. That's what they say,
And
she's a baddie, bro.
Women would be with each other and talk about these things, and the older women would teach the younger women and chastise them and show them what was the right way. Now I'll tell you what, one thing that and this is why I love TikTok. I love TikTok, and I love the compilation videos of women who've gotten divorced or older women, and they've left their husband unhappy, and then they're back in the streets and they're getting all the sex they want. They don't get ran through by all the men in the streets, but no one will treat them with the love, respect, kindness, loyalty, duty, and honor that their husband did. and they, a lot of them are regretting it, but their pride, their narcissism won't let them admit they made a mistake. It was better when I was married, and they can see the wrong that they did. When they get divorced, they're ready to give it. They can't give it away enough, because that's all they're useful for. You're older, you're more used up, you're jaded, you're divorced. Most likely you left your husband without cause. Other men see this and they don't want you. They're not going to come be Prince Charming. Your best option is the man that actually married you and wanted you and loved you and treated you with duty, honor, and respect. But again, women don't want duty, honor, and respect. They say that. They virtue signal that while they're single and they want to get married. But once they get it, they reject it.
See, that's the thing. Niggas with game don't give a fuck what a woman says she want.
You know what's interesting about this whole thing? Is real quick is that so the issue is that just like what this lady was saying, how they would do videos and then under the comments the women will be like, oh, I wish my husband knew this and did this and blah blah blah. Well, women generally collectively will deceive themselves. So if you're following women, then you're susceptible to being deceived, right? So you as a man have to know better to say, listen, I'm not going to follow a woman. I have to create a situation or structure for a woman to be under so that she can submit to this situation so that we can go in this direction. Because a lot of times, most of these dudes they're talking about, these are guys that submitted to the women and submitted to the woman's ideology and followed the woman's program. And this is exactly why. So when a woman comes up with other stuff like, oh, maybe if you read this book and go to counseling and do all this stuff with me, then things will go in the direction, because the guy trusts her word already. From the beginning. He trusted her word, which is why he's following her, which is why if she does say, hey, you know what, I just feel uncomfortable now and I feel like I need to connect with you more, he's going to be like, oh, well, maybe that's true. Maybe I do need to, be more romantic with my wife. Maybe I do need to do all these things. But the whole time she's lying to herself and him. And he's believing it because he's following her. So this is why we tell you guys, you have to lead the situation, because truthfully, if you in a marriage, I don't care how long you've been in a marriage. If you're in a marriage and your woman don't want to fuck you, right? You listen, I say she got one warning. You understand? Meaning like, oh, well, let's say she says she got a headache, she not in the mood, whatever. Okay, cool. That's cool. But the next time though, the divorce papers is coming through. We done. I don't care how long we've been together. I don't care how much kids we got. Fuck all of that shit.
Right. Real shit.
Because I actually had to do that.
Oh, word.
I had to do that. So years ago, I was with this chick, and I know for a fact, she was sexually attracted to me and all that. But I guess she started getting some advice from somebody. And this is how I know my relationship was infiltrated and shit. But anyway, so one day I go in there, you know what I'm saying, to get busy one time, and she's like, maybe you should take me out a little bit more, right? She started.
Oh man!
This is what I said. I talked about this years ago. I said, "Oh, really?" Now, I said, "So you trying to change? So you trying to, change our relationship into a transactional one?" I said, "All right, that's cool." I said, "I'll tell you what, though. I'm about to leave right now to go get some pussy. So I'm gonna see you later." You know what I'm saying? and then from that night, we end up fucking that night, and we fucked for like the next 7 days straight. You know what I'm saying? So she never poured that shit again.
Right.
So to your point is a lot of guys, they argue with women about that. Or they try to cheat on them. I'm not gonna cheat on you. I'm gonna tell you to your face. I'm gonna go get my pussy somewhere else. But see, and I'm the nigga that can go do it though. A lot of these niggas, they really can't, which is why they put up with that shit.
Exactly. All right, let's finish this.
And they want to be treated like trash. They want to be ran through. They want to have all these 50 shades of gray, body counts going up through the roof, because then they'll be happy and fulfilled. But most of these women are finding out it's lonely, it's sad, they're dejected, they're rejected, and they're nothing but a skeet and skirt. They're nothing but a skeet receptacle for the men out here in the streets. It's lonely in the streets. So I think a lot of these women need to learn their lessons. Fellas, let them go.
And it's is total crazy making for good men. And so here's what good men need to know. And then we're going to get into the 5 top reasons why this happens. But the switch is a really, really important foundation to know that switch has gone off. And so what good men need to know is that if your wife's switch is off, there is nothing you can do to turn that switch back on for your wife. I had to own and teach other women to see this is our problem. It's our problem that the switch went off. It's our problem that we've disengaged. Our good man, the man we married, is still the same good man. He didn't change. We got what we wanted. We turned the switch off. So good men, don't be fooled by the bad advice out there that there's something you're doing wrong and that this is your fault and there's something that you need to be doing differently to turn her switch back on. No, because her switch was on when you met and you were still the same good man. So this is, in a good way, this is your wife's problem to solve. And women, we need to know this is our problem to solve. And in everything I teach and everything I'm teaching today, this isn't to make us wrong and bad as women. It's to look in the mirror and to start to take accountability and responsibility and empower ourselves to change. Because ladies, you need to know, as long as you think it's your husband and he's the problem with sex and he needs to do things differently, you're stuck in victim, and it's never, ever going to change no matter what he does.
She's being disingenuous again. See, all she had to say was, listen, guys, we never liked you.
Exactly.
It's either, like what K-Zach said, is either they wasn't interested or the guy did something to fuck up in the situation. So either we never liked you or we liked you and you did something to fuck up our perception of you. That's basically what it is. It's one of those two things.
That's it.
And she keeps saying good man. I don't think these niggas are good men. I think they're dumb. I think they're foolish, naive, and gullible. And they live in this illusion. And LaCarl, you talked about this, years ago, how guys think there's this vast distinction between a virtuous good girl and a whorish bad girl.
Right.
And a lot of guys, they got caught up with that, with thinking, oh, she's a good girl. So they put up with a lot of shit, believing that it's worth it because she's such a virtuous good girl.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
All right, let's finish.
Video, leave a comment below and let me know.
All right, so that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. But so here's what I really want to say, man, about the solution to the issue, right? The solution to the issue is vetting and making sure every female starts out as a fuck buddy. The reason why every female got to start out as a fuck buddy is because you got to know that she's sexually attracted to you from the door. And I say this all the time. I say to you guys, understand that sex is it's free. It's given to us by nature.
Right.
So what and the reason why I say that is because if you and a woman can't enjoy that about each other, then none of the rest of it makes any fucking sense.
Right.
As soon as she tells you, oh well, all right, imagine if you fuck, like you fucking, and after a couple of weeks she tell you, oh well, I ain't fucking you again until you take me to Applebee's or something. What she's literally telling you is that the sex that y'all have is not worth not worth doing again unless you spend money on me.
Right.
So she's, the sex is not that good. That's what she's letting you know. But this is why we tell you every woman needs to start out as a fuck buddy, and all she need to get for the first 3 to 4 months is dick. Because she has to be like, yo, that dick is good. Whenever this nigga call, he got it. Like I used to have a chick out of state, and she used to let me know, if I hear that you come to my state and not tell me, I'm fucking you up. She's like, listen, the only thing you got to do, let me know when you headed my way. And I got you. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. Just let me know you headed my way. That's the type of shit you want in the beginning of your relationship. So that means the first 3 to 4 months, she's just like, yo, she's willing to take whatever you trying to give her. She's just on it like
dick is a gift.
That's how she's feeling. And then so as you build, you know that you always at least got the sex at the very bottom line. Y'all always got the sex. So she will never try to use sex as a weapon against you. She will never willingly withhold sex. She will never try to use sex as a manipulation tactic, because that was the building blocks of your fucking relationship.
Right.
The actual chemistry and animal lust and desire and chemistry between you two. And then everything else from there is built. So that means, like, she literally loves the way your sweat smells, my nigga. Like, she loves the crust of a nigga.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, she's got to be so down for you to the point where if all you giving her is dick, yo, that's good enough. Whenever you want it to feel like, what, daddy, whenever you're ready to give me more, I'm here. Because spending time with you and getting your dick is mwah. That's what you want a woman to feel like. But yeah, y'all got it.
Let me say this real quick. This is why, because I always put women in the fuck buddy category. This is why they got to stay there for that long. Because can they stay there for an extended period of time and be chill and that role without complaining, without bitching, without bugging you to make them your girl, and like you said, Miles, where they still love the dick, crave the dick. And they are so willing to accept that percentage of you because they know if they try to step out of line, they can't even get that. The problem with guys is, instead of making women a fuck buddy for 3-4 months, however long, longer than that in some cases, it's within the first month, they'll start introducing that boyfriend shit. So what happens, this is how you guys fuck up. What happens is now you're changing the whole dynamics of the interaction, where that becomes an expected part of it. So what happens is, once you start being inconsistent with the non-sexual part of it, now the woman is going to take the sex away as a way to tell you, you took this away from me, I'm going to take this away from you. That's how that shit get all fucked up.
Exactly.
Right. And I say this to you guys, is that you guys got to understand that a lot of y'all have been lied to. And what I mean is, y'all believe the lie of what, how women have marketed themselves to you, but understand that it's all your fault. So I don't want you guys to see y'all listening to them thinking that, these women out here, these Western women, these worthless No. Understand this is your fault. And the reason why it's your fault is because you believed that woman when she said, I need to get to know you more. I'm not the type of girl. All those things you believed. You believed you had to take the woman out on 3 or 4 dates. You believed you had to wine and dine her, court her, do all this other things. And you believed that the other woman who wanted to fuck you was a slut. You understand? And you thought she was worthless. And that's why you fucked up. This is what we've been saying. Y'all niggas, if y'all keep going down this path of thinking that there's something wrong with a woman being sexual, they will use that against you. This is what's happening. They use that against you. So you start thinking this woman's a quote unquote good girl. And then you're like, oh, she's wifey. And then you go down this path of thinking it's normal to be fucking your girl once a month. You see what I'm saying? So, and the thing is this, and I don't want you to look at it in the sense of like, I'm saying there's anything wrong with a woman being sexual and all this other stuff. What I'm saying is that women are humans just like you. They like sex. But you got to understand that women are going to use guys who don't know any better. And this is why we tell y'all motherfuckers to step up your game and understand the game, because if you don't understand the game, you're going to be the guy who doesn't know any better. And then you're going to be the guy in these situations that they're using, abusing, playing games. Because understand, women play on you being naive.
Yes.
Women play on the fact that you believe, oh, honey, I just feel like we need to go on more dates so I can feel more comfortable to have sex. Because remember, that's what she did when she first met you. Remember, when she first met you, y'all had to go on 3 or 4 dates before y'all had sex. So she can go back in her bag and use that same excuse later on down the line when y'all are married. That's how they get y'all. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
so, yeah, go ahead, Zach.
Okay, man.
No, go ahead, because after you say what you're gonna say, I'm gonna basically wrap it up.
Okay, let me just say this, and this is why I say both of those women were disingenuous, and they never told guys the truth that
you're
fucking up in the beginning. This is why you even get in those situations to begin with. They made it seem like it's 100% the woman, and they make it seem like any woman who gets married is doing this. That's not true.
Right.
It's not true at all. The women who are either married to men they were never sexually attracted to, or they were sexually attracted to the guy, but they lost respect. You did something, you was inconsistent, and because of that, she no longer desired to fuck you. They're not saying that, hey guys, you have a lot to do with this. They're not telling the truth.
Okay. Right.
Exactly. So guys, look, what it is, if every woman has to start out as a fuck buddy, right? Once you think a woman has promise or potential for girlfriend or wifey or whatever, that's when you got to start consistency.
Right.
Okay. So it goes from, fuck buddy, a fuck buddy, you fuck whenever your schedule allows. Okay. But when you start the vetting process, that's when you get into setting up consistency. So if it's once every 2 weeks, once every week, whatever, you have to be consistent. And then when she shows consistency that matches your consistency, that's when you can start the vetting process. Okay. Right. But the reason why the consistency has to begin with you is because you don't ever want for later on in the situation or in the marriage or the relationship for the woman to start to weaponize sex and use it against you. Okay. Right. So you have to be in the lead at all times. You have to set the consistency. So this is why I'm literally doing. I called my guys right here to do the video to let you guys know. You gotta look at the game. A lot of y'all niggas don't know how to conduct relationships. A lot of y'all niggas is conducting relationships on accident. And then once your relationship faces a challenge, you don't know what to do. And the problem is you were never in the lead. So what happens? The woman follows her emotions and does what she wants. And then you end up in a fucking sexless relationship, whether it's a sexless marriage or a sexless long-term relationship. Either way, it's simply because you weren't consistent, you didn't vet, and you didn't know how to run your relationship. So what I'm trying to say is make sure you guys go to www.badboymembership.com and get on the fucking membership so you can know how to run your shit.
Real shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I want to give a special thanks to K Zaggin for coming through. Zag, you
come fuck with your boy, man. That's theskillset.com. Also, I'm about to go live right after y'all. So if y'all want to come through, come fuck with your boy. Yeah.
All right. Hey, send me the link, bro, because it's Monday and I ain't doing shit. But yeah, I just wanted to because I saw the video with Melanie King and I was like, yo, this is a good fucking topic for niggas to see and to realize why the game is so fucking important. All right. So and I also wanted to make sure that to remind guys that we're not just about having rosters and a bunch of fucking women. It's for niggas that's trying to get married too. Like the game is for niggas that's trying to get married too. So that's another reason why I wanted to do this. But yeah, man, make sure y'all get that soap. You feel me? You already know what it is. All right, man.
Peace out, people.
All right, peace, Lucario. Let me. What's the thing that we play at the end again? I always forget.
The fucking the New York seminar.
The Vegas
or the New York one, I think. If you scroll to the back, it should be there.
Okay.
We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
If you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Yeah.